great to be having this event. I mean, it fits very much with our Women Changing the Business World campaign and Director magazine in association with HSBC and with the whole direction that the IOD is taking. The IOD is very keen to increase female participation at the senior levels of business.
I think people now have a different attitude towards work.
It does seem to all boil back down to education. You tend to find that first year that they're out of college or university, they're actually a pain because you're having to train them. The second year they sort of come into their own and become useful. And the third year they become superstars.
How's it changing across the world now? Is the UK getting behind?
In China, women in senior roles had gone up from 25% to 51% in 12 months.
The proportion of women on boards across the EU is 16.6%. Britain a little bit higher than that, but countries like Norway with quotas and Iceland also with quotas above 40%.
So relative to the countries with quotas, of course, we're going to look behind, but relative to countries without quotas, I'm not sure the UK is behind.
In the bottom of the global companies around boards, women on boards is Japan.
Right.
It's at 7%,
Absolutely.
which is the patriarchal culture.
I mean, you can look at other countries and say they're like that, why? But it really is, how can we do it? Women get to a certain point in their career, and then they're no longer in a large organization. And a lot of them do start up their own businesses.
I think it's something like 37% of all new businesses that now are started by women.
The first battle with us is persuading they need external, they need
Advice, yeah. Correct.
I think it's a huge opportunity because you're almost starting with a blank sheet of paper. How are you going to take it forward?
If you get them to that stage, then it would clearly be ridiculous to set up a board of NEDs who were all like you.
Right. But it's also getting the SMEs to source it in the right way, use a good corporate practice, professional way, not just inviting family, friends of friends.
That builds the pipeline for the companies further up.
When a lot of directors are getting appointed to boards, it's not being done through a best practice process. It's a question of who do you know and how do you know them, and okay, they worked in the city, so they're probably okay.
Particularly given the drop-off of women from law and accountancy firms. Supposing you were to look at people who were in their 30s and were lawyers or accountants who saw themselves having a track as career NEDs.
You can actually be a very active non-exec without it being all-encompassing that you're doing it all the time. And that fits in, I think, absolutely, particularly during when people are going through being parents. But it's also getting different role models as well, even within women. You need the various different ages, various different backgrounds.
But that's also why it's important to have really strong women on boards who can then mentor women throughout the organization. If you're working for an organization and there are no such women on the board to look up to, and you're thinking, why would I stay here?
Yeah.
I think role models getting out there is
really
hugely
important.
important. If it goes to people who are younger now, getting them into schools and saying, this is a viable job for girls, that's quite powerful.
And that's massively important, I think, is getting a range of people going, because then it stops people putting themselves into boxes or other people deselecting.